So you started rolling out automation, but you've lost momentum. Perhaps you've picked a process that was too big and complex, and that's taken too long to deliver, and your stakeholders have now lost interest. Priority is key to build momentum, but then you also need to have a big pipeline of opportunities, and you also need to deliver faster so you can get things going and automate at scale. So firstly, let's take a look at prioritization. So, the basics are, you want to look at the return on investment that you can get from different automation projects. But then you also want to look at the skill set that you have in your team. You can't be looking at very complex automation processes if you just have a team of junior developers. You want to start small and simply and build your way up. And as you build momentum and confidence, then you can start to bring in more advanced technologies and the skills to match, and you can start to scale up company-wide. The best tool to use is a bubble chart, because what this does is it looks at three things. It compares the opportunities throughout your business using three dimensions: the financial benefits of the project, how much time is being saved or costs are being avoided; the intangible benefits, what other benefits and value is it delivering? Reduced errors, better user or customer experience, better compliance, for example. And then the third thing is the complexity of the implementation. How difficult is it to build and support? And what about the technologies? Is it just pure automation, or does it require intelligent automation, artificial intelligence as well? By mapping that out on a bubble chart, you can paint the picture of the opportunity landscape throughout your whole business. And then you can start to pick the different opportunities which give you a high return on investment and are simple enough to match the maturity of your team. So you don't want to reach for the stars right now if you've got a very junior team, because there probably are opportunities which deliver high value and a high return on investment and are easy to implement as well. With this bubble chart, this landscape of opportunities throughout your business, you can then start to create an order, a priority that will aid momentum. So again, nothing that's too big, nothing that's too small. You're looking for that Goldilocks zone, where if it's too small, the benefits are hardly felt and it doesn't really make much impact or deliver much value at all. And that can just disappoint the stakeholders who are keen on this technology. But then again, if it's too big, it's too complex, it's going to take a very long time for you to deliver this, and it could just get really messy really quickly, and again stall your automation program. So finding something that delivers a significant amount of value but is really pretty simple to implement is the perfect place to start. And then as you grow and mature, your new team can start to work on bigger and more complex processes as they gain experience, as you start testing your implementation process. So now that you've got the priorities right, you understand you want to work from something which delivers good value, which is fairly simple, and then you slowly work your way up to more bigger complex processes. But to deliver this and to keep the momentum going, you want to have a robust, repeatable governance model. And this is a step-by-step approach that your team can follow, so they know exactly how to implement automation, and basically with their eyes closed. So what are the different steps? What are the tools for each step? And what does good look like for each step, so that they know everything that they need to do at each stage to implement a high quality automated project, and they can just keep repeating that on demand. So you want to get the basics right. You've got your governance model. You want to have your roles and responsibilities set up so that everyone knows what's expected of them and what's expected of their team and stakeholders. You want to start slow, and then you pick up momentum as you refine your governance model you get clarity on the roles and responsibilities, and your team can effectively implement automation with their eyes closed. You can really turn the handle to churn out automation on demand and start picking up speed. The other thing that you need to ensure that momentum continues is staff involvement. If you started, you've probably got a very small team, maybe a handful, 3, maybe 5 people. And it's going to take you a while to get around all these opportunities and to even discover these opportunities in the first place. So by empowering staff to get involved, to understand what automation is and what to look out for, then you would have hundreds of eyes and ears looking throughout your business for opportunities. And not only that, when they're bought into what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to automate, and they understand the benefits for them personally, then they will commit to you, and automation projects can be rolled out smoother, and that pipeline can be worked on a lot faster. So up to now, you've identified your opportunities, you've prioritized them into a list of a backlog of automation projects, you've created a governance model to go through those projects repeatedly in a consistent manner, and you've now empowered and got the buy-in from staff teams to support you and your team. As you get more and more busier, obviously your team can only do so much. So now you can start to expand. You've perfected your team, and you can create multiple hubs, copying the ways of working of your original team into multiple hubs throughout your business. And you can create what's called a federated approach, where they all feed in centrally to a center of excellence, and they can share learnings, they can share tools and experiences, and you can learn a lot faster, and you can cover a lot more ground with multiple automation hubs. So with this method, you're duplicating what you've discovered works in the original team, and you stop what doesn't. Copy your winning formula, your winning ways of working into these other teams, and you control it centrally by standardizing the approach with the standard tools and the standard governance models that you created and that in the beginning of the process, and that you've refined over time. Now you have multiple teams, copies of your original team, that can help work on this pipeline of work and work on that enterprise automation roadmap that you would have created at the beginning of your journey. And with a governance model and an empowered workforce, your pipeline can continue to be filled up with new inbound opportunities, requests for automation from staff teams. Tech-savvy workforce, a toolkit and a governance model can start to deliver faster and at scale. And with the checkpoints and escalation paths, you can keep that regular drumbeat to keep your projects moving forward. The 3 things to remember so that you never lose traction. So number 1, have a consistent data-backed approach to finding and assessing a long list of backlog, so you're never short of automation opportunities. Number 2, have a standardized governance model with checkpoints, checkpoint criteria, escalation paths, and stakeholder agreements on the roles and responsibilities of each activity. Step 3, empower your entire workforce. Give them knowledge on automation and intelligent automation. Keep them engaged, keep them bought in and committed to your program so they can keep discovering opportunities, continue to support your projects, and they will continue to provide. You will have an endless supply of inbound automation requests to add to your pipeline. So if there's anything I missed, or if you want me to create some videos to deeper dive in any of these topics that we covered, just write your thoughts and questions in the comments below. I'd like to read them so I can create new videos like this. This was just a really quick video for you to talk about how to avoid loss of traction. I hope that was useful. Make sure you click the subscribe button so you're notified of the new videos that I create each week. Alright, take care.